People, how you doing? This is Pokey Crimson, Team Rocket Executive, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I started my Pokemon TCG business. I started in early December of 2025. Our website was up, live and running December 16, 2025. So I'm going to break everything down step by step, and you guys are going to be learning with me as I go. And this is a new business. You're going to see how it's like and what it takes. Start from the beginning. Let's begin. All right. First step is to create a business name. Poke Royal Blue, my wife and I, we thought of several ideas for a business name. I went on to Cloudfare. Cloudfare is highly recommended on most videos that I've watched. It's usually in the top two, and so I went with Cloudfare. And Cloudflare is where you register your domain for your website. The first two ideas that we came up with was not available for a domain. Our third idea, Royal Sakura TCG, was available. Sometimes some business names may be taken, and so you want to think of a few that you like the most. The third idea that we came up with actually ended up being my favorite one. The cost of it was a couple dollars, and it was $15 a year to maintain. So it's pretty affordable. So after you have your business name and you register the domain, you then want to create a business email. And I chose Google Workshop. All my Gmails or all my accounts are on Gmail. And you want a professional email. And so here you see RST, which is the initials of my business name for royalsakuratcg.com. Make sure also your domain it ends in the .com as well. And so you want to make sure it sounds professional and looks good. And the cost of it was $15 a month. You don't have to spend $15 a month for a business email. If you want, you can just do your business name at Gmail, or you can use a different platform that charges less, or or maybe free. The next step is to create a logo. If you're artsy or have the skills to, go right ahead. If you don't have the skill set, like myself, I hired a freelancer on Fiverr. I've used Fiverr for years, and I highly recommend using this website. Um, Whenever you're thinking of your business name, you want your logo to represent your business. It represents you. And so our business was Royal Sakura TCG, so wanted something with royalty, a Japanese, and theme logo. And so after I typed it in and press enter on the search bar, some options of freelancers that has similar designs as what you're looking for pops up. And to narrow it down, I like to choose freelancers that are intermediate and above, those with experience and have good reviews. After you filter it, to narrow down even further, you can start seeing the options as you scroll down. And after you've seen a few that kind of catches your eye for what you're looking for, click on them and you can actually see work they've done in the past. And after you chose which one you think you like the most, look at what options they offer and value. See how much they charge and what they provide. You want to make sure that they offer revisions because not every time when they make a design for you, it's exactly what you want. And so you want to be able to revise it. Now, this is going to be dependent a lot on your budget. And usually for a logo, you can get it made at a pretty good price. Feel free to look around and see what options you have. Now, after the logo was designed, I went ahead and started making all my social media accounts. And I would posted all my logo, and I posted my logo on every social media platform saying Royal Sakura TCG was born. So even just starting working on my making my business, I was already starting to post content. It's not much, but it's something. And I also hired artists on Fiverr to make certain artwork, and I'll show you why. Here you can see an artwork of my wife and I, ourselves, and then here with our favorite Pokemon in the background, here in a different background, and here's a portrait of us individually. Every time an artwork or something was completed in the process of starting this business, I will post it on all the different platforms just to get content started. Now, the social media platforms that I recommend that you open is a Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. YouTube and TikTok are going to be mostly your bread and butter. Um, those are usually going to be platforms that are going to bring probably the most traffic to your website. You know, the TikTok platform is going to be a lot of short form content, you know, and then your YouTube is going to be more your long form content, which is going to be mainly how people are going to know who you are. So YouTube is probably the most important in getting traffic to your website because people will see you in longer form. They see you talk about different content, different subjects, and if they like you, they'll follow and subscribe and continue to watch and support you. And yeah, so YouTube is definitely the top. TikTok, and then Facebook and Instagram is the other platforms that can help you draw traffic to your website as well. And so I recommend starting on those four. And I will show you how I'm using these different artworks on my website. So you can see here the logo and the artwork in the background. It is slightly animated, so you see the cherry blossoms are falling, water's moving, the air's moving in the air. If I scroll down, you will see the self-portraits of about us. And then here, I wrote a short story of our characters involving our favorite Pokemon as well. And so they're in the background here. So every artwork, I had an intention to use on the website. But it was nice to be able to post it on different social media platforms to get some content started already. Now, the next biggest thing will be to get your website up and running. Now, there's different ways to go about it. I use Shopify. Another popular platform out there is Wix. You can look at different videos online and see which ones you want to try. But I recommend Shopify, something that I'm more comfortable with. And you can either hire someone on Fiverr to make a website for you, or you can learn how to do it yourself. Fiverr is a great tool to hire to do many things, but a lot of times your budget may limit you. And so it cost me over $150 to have someone make the website. So if it's not within your budget, then go on YouTube, look at tutorials. There's plenty of them to how to use Shopify and how to make the website and how to use it. Now, when you decide whether to work on it yourself or to hire somebody, I still highly recommend that you know how to use it because you don't want to rely on someone else to like add products or to do other functions that you need to do on your own. So definitely learn all the different tabs on Shopify. Every single one, you want to go through it to know what each one does, even all the way down to settings. And click on settings, and then here's more options. Every single one, like billing, payments, shipping is important, taxes. There's uh, some very important tabs to go over. Now, for the website, you can look over For the website, you can look at different options out there. Go to maybe some of your favorite um, Pokemon TCG websites and see how they make their websites. For me, I wanted to do something a little different than everyone else. Maybe when you go to most of the websites, it's very commercial. Just products everywhere. They're all pretty much the same. I wanted to provide a different experience. So when people go to my website, they feel more welcomed and kind of experience more of my personality. I like TCG. I really like Pokemon. I like art. And so I wanted to do something a little different. You don't have to. Um, but yeah, look out there online and see if there's anything that can inspire you um, into what kind of website you want to make or hire someone to make. And it doesn't have to be complicated. It can be simple. Just have the different items you're going to sell, different tabs, your logo. I hired a coder on Fiverr as well to make the Poke cart, make a Pokeball from the cart. Um, Here I put our mission. I was in the military for 11 and a half years, so it's just ingrained in me. So here's our mission statement. Card of the week. If I have a new card or something interesting that I wanted to highlight, I will put it in card of the week. And it will also have some unique information as well when you click on it. And here is like glance at our products. So, highlight some products that you maybe want to people to see right away. And here's shop by category, and then about us, and then the rest is pretty standard. Um, then on every website, you have your policies, your contact us, about us, facts. And if you're going to make it yourself, again, there's plenty of YouTube tutorials on how to do this. And if you're not sure how to write up these different policies, you can go on some big platforms, websites out there, and see how they make their policies, and you can copy it or tailor it to how you want it. So you don't have to try to make it from scratch, as well as from facts. Look at some other TCG websites and see what they have in their facts, and type up, what they have. Now you want to make sure that after everything's said and done, make sure all the links work. On the bottom right, you want to make sure you have your social media platforms uh, linked to your website. That can draw more traffic to your social media as well. My face might be blocking it, but it's down here. Make sure all the links work. Make sure there's no misspelling. Make sure everything works properly. And if you have a friend or friends that are tech savvy, have them look through your website. Make sure there's anything um, that you're missing, or maybe something that you can um, improve on. And the website is going to take the longest. It took me the longest, um, but once it's done and you see it um, alive, it's an amazing feeling. It's a great feeling, a great sense of accomplishment when your website is completely done. You might be frustrated in the process, but I can guarantee you, stick it out. It's going to feel good. And so your website is complete. And then next, and I'll show you one more thing here on product listings. I almost forgot. You can see here I have a logo. Um, so here on Canvas, I highly recommend Canvas. Is a great tool to make your product listings. You can make your thumbnails. You can do a lot of things on Canvas. And what I did was I copy and pasted my vector file of my logo, and then I'll go on TCG Player, and whether sealed products or single cards, I will copy and paste the picture and onto the canvas. Make sure it's 1000 by 1000, the size, and you center the picture. And then when you save it, make sure it is JPEG, not PNG. PNG takes up more memory, so it can slow down your website. So make sure that you always save it in JPEG. And once it's saved in your desktop or laptop, you can add the product to your website. And again, for product information, you can just click on it and you can copy and paste the title and product details onto your listings. All right. So that is pretty much the steps that I took to build the foundation of my business. Now, the last thing will be, depending on you, is starting an LLC. Every state has their own laws and regulations. So you will need to do the research and see what you need to do to register an LLC in your state. You don't have to. You can just be a sole proprietor, just keep track of all your expenses and your profits, your sales, and file your taxes. Now, I recommend starting an LLC because it makes things more real. It feels more genuine that you have a business when it's registered with the state, and it gives you a sense of accomplishment as well. Once you see your business name, um, created. Depending on the state, it can cost some funds, and it could be a couple hundred, or it could be more or less. So again, it can depend on your budget. If you want to hold off and make sure this business is right for you and see where it goes, that's a perfectly viable option. So, go over the pros and cons of starting an LLC and see what is best for you. Now, another key part of the business is sourcing product, but I feel like that should have its own video. And so please stay tuned and I will go over all the different ways I source my product. I think that'd be a great resource for anyone that wants to start their TCG business. So we appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate any support that you show us, whether subscribing, liking our videos, following our social media platforms. It is greatly appreciated. And I will continue to make content about the business, investing, and other aspects of the hobby. And so please stay tuned. Thank you again. And please visit us at royalsakura.tcg.com. Blasting off.